What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we're going to be answering the question, is Call of Duty World at War Remastered an actual real thing? And it's an interesting thing because this leak is one of the oddest leaks and one of the earliest leaks I've ever seen for a Call of Duty game. And now, if you don't know what this leak is, don't worry, we're going to get into it, but there has been this recent leak that kind of points toward World at War Remastered being released with Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which we know in the past week was just 100% confirmed. So let's go ahead and look at what this actual leak was. So this leak happened the day before Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was officially released. Now this leak was created by a GameStop employee, and basically with his cell phone he took a picture of an ordering database that people in GameStop can actually use to look up what's in stock, what they can order, or what's in different stores altogether. Now as you can see here, if you look up at the very top, the way he is searching is first of all under the hashtag upcoming, which if you press F2 apparently that comes up, and it'll show you things that are yet to be in the store. And then after that he searched for Black Ops 4. So at the very top you can see KC Call of Duty Black Ops 4. What does that stand for? Keychain for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Underneath that there is a lanyard for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. All promotional items that are not rare to come out well before a game actually comes out. The other thing I should point out here is if you look at the ETA estimated time of arrival for almost all of these things, it's May 1st. And we now know that the big community reveal for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is it's supposed to be on May 17th. So this whole timeline really does make sense because of course it's going to be delivered to the store before they actually start selling it. So this next page of stuff we have here is mostly t-shirts for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. If you're wondering what those short forms are, the first one is Charcoal and the second one is Heather. And basically all that is sometimes you can buy gray t-shirts that are kind of speckled, one tone a little bit darker gray, one tone a little bit lighter gray. That's what the Heather part is. And then various sizes after that. And then at the very bottom, there's something very cool I think a lot of people are skipping over. There's Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2, a 2 CD pack coming out for PS3 that's going to be delivered to the store on March 12th. So it should be coming out just shortly after that, which is kind of interesting that they're going to try to rebrand and resell those two games as a package. And then there's this page, and this is the page where everything starts to get very odd and very, very interesting. So all of these things, once again, are in the upcoming section. So you can see at the top there, we have CG Call of Duty XL. I'm not exactly sure what that game, but it says underneath it that it's a board game. This one coming out September 28th. Not totally sure what that is. Underneath that, once again, you can see a keychain for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And then underneath that, this is where it gets really interesting, a display for Call of Duty World at War oversized box. So the first thing to look at there is, first of all, it's a display, it's a promotional item, and it costs $0. What this means is it's one of those cardboard cutouts you see in store that is going to house something you can buy. I used to work in a grocery store and you'd see this all the time at the end of an aisle, something like a big Doritos cardboard thing that would just sit at the end of an aisle. These were always labeled as $0 on an order form, but it would always show on an order form. That's why I know that 100% that is what that is. Now it also says Call of Duty World at War oversized box. Now it doesn't say Call of Duty World at War remastered oversized box. It doesn't say Call of Duty World at War R. It just says Call of Duty World at War oversized box, which is a little odd. I'm not 100% sure what that means. And the final thing you have to note in this little section is that the ETA is unknown. There is no set date for this to be delivered, which is the weirdest part about this entire thing. Now, before we get into the logistics of this and whether I personally believe this is going to happen, there's a couple other things that I want to point out on this order form. The first of which is that there's another product that also has an unknown ETA, and it is PDQ Call of Duty storage boxes. Now, what does the PDQ mean? To me, when I used to do order forms at the grocery store, PDQ means Parallel Database Query. And what that is when something is not in this current database, but it can be pulled from another thing. So in this case, this GameStop employee is using computer program A to look this up. But this item is only stored in computer program B. But computer program A can actually pull things from computer program B, and that's why it's coming up as a PDQ. It could be something else altogether, but when I worked at the grocery store and did orders for that, that is what that meant. So that's kind of what I'm thinking it means. Also, this one has an unknown time, and it also is $0. I'm just pointing that out as well. And below that, we have the premium poster for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, also $0. And this one was delivered to the store in May 28th, 2015. So this is an older thing. This is something that's already came out. So that's a little bit to be questioned as well. And finally, and in my opinion, most importantly, is something that no one else on YouTube has talked about so far, and that is the product code of the Call of Duty World at War oversized box. If you look at every other product code on this list, even the old ones from Call of Duty Black Ops 3, they are all in the 100,000s. For example, if you on the same page you look at the keychain for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, it has a product code of 163,889. Whereas right underneath that, you look at the World at War oversized box, it is 508,252. If you go through and look at every other product code on this list, they are all within the 100,000s. This is the only one that stands out. It's a little bit odd. So aside from these images and whether they show that this game is going to be coming out or not, there's also the factors of what the community wants, what Activision wants, and whether it actually makes sense to do this to improve the sales of the next Call of Duty. So let's start by looking at the reasons why it's possible that this could be coming out. Well, we know that Infinity Ward was the company to make Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and with their last game, they released Modern Warfare Remastered. It would make sense for the next remastered game to be the next Call of Duty game to come out. That was Call of Duty World at War. The company to make that game, Treyarch, who is releasing Black Ops 4, Treyarch. So it would make sense for when they release a game to release Call of Duty World at War with it. I know a lot of people were asking that when Call of Duty World War II was coming out, is World at War Remastered coming out with that game? No, of course not. Sledgehammer did not make Call of Duty World at War, and that's why, of course, would not come out with that game. But it would make sense for it to come out with Call of Duty Black Ops 4, or the next Treyarch game. On top of that, it gives older Call of Duty fans that don't play the series anymore, a reason to buy the new Call of Duty game, to get the game that they knew and loved from way back in the day, and now they are able to play it with better servers and better updated graphics, something that they may have liked back in the day. So it gives them a reason to buy the game. Now, the reasons why it doesn't make any sense, and there's many more of these. First things first, the reason why they released Modern Warfare Remastered with Infinite Warfare is to give people the best of both worlds. They knew that the community wanted a boots-on-the-ground Call of Duty game, but the next Call of Duty game, Infinite Warfare, was going to be the opposite of that. It's going to be wall-running, boost jumps, so by releasing Modern Warfare Remastered at the same time, it kind of gives the community the best of both worlds. Whereas if we look at Black Ops 4, there's already a huge demand for the game. People don't really care too much as to whether it's going to be boots on the ground or the kind of Black Ops 3 gun style because of how popular Black Ops 3 actually was. Whereas when we look at Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare, there was a hugely negative response to the Infinite Warfare just trailer, so the Modern Warfare Remastered was a way of kind of improving that image. Yet, this backfired. It split the community, and all of a sudden, half the players were playing Modern Warfare Remastered, and half were playing Infinite Warfare. It did the exact opposite thing that they wanted. They wanted to boost the sales of Infinite Warfare, have more people play that, and kind of the opposite thing happened. So, it's recommended by many Call of Duty YouTubers, and I believe analysts as well, to release future remastered games at different times, whether that be halfway through the life cycle of that next Call of Duty game, or maybe even before that. And that's where we come to this. Is this real? Is World at War Remastered coming out this year? And based off of this leak, I have to say no. It doesn't really make any sense for this to be World at War Remastered. First reason, it's not labeled World at War Remastered or World at War R. It's just World at War oversized box. Second of all, on this same list that we see this, there's other older Call of Duty items. Like I said, there's that premium poster for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and if you really look underneath that, there's something for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, another older game. So it's very possible that this is an item from an older game. Also, as I mentioned, the product code doesn't match up with other product codes on this list. And finally, I just really don't see them doing it at the release of the game again. Remember how we were talking about Modern Warfare Remastered coming out and splitting the community? What I could see them doing, if this was a real leak, is first, make it as a pre-order bonus and available before Call of Duty Black Ops 4 actually comes out, or releasing it halfway through the timeline of Black Ops 4 coming out and whatever the next Infinite Warfare game. To me, this doesn't really look like the game's coming out. Could it? Absolutely, but I really don't think that is what this leak is saying. And I know a lot of Call of Duty YouTubers would disagree with me, but after looking at all of the evidence, I really don't think this is a leak supporting it. I think it's a leak supporting the release of Black Ops 4 and not necessarily World at War Remastered. And just to be clear, what I'm saying here isn't necessarily that World at War Remastered is not going to be happening this year. What I'm saying here is that this leak, I don't think, is showing that. Could it still happen? Absolutely. Treyarch could surprise us with something. That being said, I don't think this leak is specifically showing that. And to cover the rebuttal point, the point that I see every Call of Duty YouTuber pointing at, the fact that the ETA says unknown, it means it has to arrive in the future. That's not necessarily true. As I mentioned, I worked in a grocery store way back in 2010, and when I would do order forms for the grocery store and we would order something, it would always show a date. No matter whether that date was right or wrong, it would show a date. The only time it would show unknown for a date is if that product was never ordered whatsoever. And the only time that that product would not show that anymore is if you removed it from the database. So it's very possible that this display has been available in this database since Call of Duty World at War was released many, many years ago. But I could be completely wrong, and I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you want to see a Call of Duty World at War Remastered? Personally, I would absolutely love it. That is the Call of Duty game that got me into Call of Duty games. That was my very first Call of Duty, and I would love to see it remastered. But I really don't think this is supporting it coming out, but I would still love to see it come out. So like I said, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video and found it informative, it would be awesome if you could hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.